Welcome to Martial Mastery Media, the channel where we explore the roots, philosophy, and evolution of martial arts from around the world. If you're passionate about how warriors trained, fought, and lived by their combat codes, you've found your home. In today's video, we journey into the world of Savate, or boxe française, a martial art born not in temples or dojos, but in the gritty streets and shipyards of 19th century France. What began as a raw, street-fighting style evolved into one of the most refined and tactical striking systems ever created. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to Martial Mastery Media and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends, family, and fellow martial artists who love history and combat. After watching, check out our library of videos on the origins, masters, and techniques of martial arts. From samurai swordsmanship and Chinese kung fu to Brazilian jiu-jitsu and Krav Maga. And for those fascinated by mysteries beyond martial arts, visit our sister channels, Galactic Secrets, exploring the mysteries of space and time. Myths through time, uncovering ancient gods, heroes, and legends. Links are in the description below. Now let's step into the streets of old Paris and discover how Savate became the elegant yet deadly art of French combat. 1. The story of Savate begins amid the rough, noisy, and unforgiving streets of 19th century France, where survival often depended on one's ability to fight. In the bustling ports of Marseille, Toulon, and Paris, sailors, dock workers, and street brawlers crafted their own form of street combat, using what they had at hand, their boots, their agility, and their wits. Ships of the Napoleonic era were cramped and unstable, making punching less practical in close quarters. Instead, sailors relied on low, powerful kicks, stomps, and sweeps, ideal for narrow decks and slippery surfaces. This early street style was called la savate, meaning old shoe or boot, because fighters wore their heavy work shoes as weapons, turning every kick into a bone-crushing strike. As these sailors returned to port, their fighting methods spread through the rough neighborhoods of Paris, where gangs known as Apaches used Savate-like techniques for dueling, robbery, and street survival. In the working-class districts, fights were not about honor but about defending one's life and reputation. Men fought outside taverns, in alleys, and on the docks, blending savate kicks with headbutts, grappling, and strikes known as la chanson marseillaise, a lighter, dance-like form practiced by southern sailors. But even within this chaos, there was an unspoken rhythm. Fighters learned to move lightly, to feint, to mislead, much like a fencer. The French environment, filled with narrow streets and cobblestone alleys, gave rise to footwork-based fighting, emphasizing distance, balance, and timing rather than brute strength. Unlike the martial arts of the East, which were influenced by philosophy and temple discipline, early Savate was purely a street-born survival art, shaped by environment, necessity, and the European instinct for refinement through structure. Over time, the method spread beyond sailors and street gangs to the Parisian middle class, who saw it as both a form of defense and a display of style and agility. What began as chaos began to evolve into a system of skill. 2. The evolution into boxe française, the art finds its form. By the mid-1800s, Savate was undergoing a transformation. France was modernizing, and so too was its street fighting art. Two key figures were responsible for refining Savate into boxe française, the elegant yet lethal martial art we know today: Michel Casseux and Charles Lecour. Michel Casseux, known as Le Pisseux, opened the first official Savate school in Paris in 1825. His goal was to remove the stigma of criminality that surrounded Savate. He introduced formality, uniforms, technique drills, posture, and balance. Students were trained not to fight like street thugs, but like athletes and gentlemen. Casseux envisioned Savate as a martial science, an art of self-defense refined by discipline and control. Yet it was Charles Lecour, Casseux's student, who completed this evolution. In 1830, Lecour faced an English boxer and quickly realized that Savate lacked effective hand strikes. Determined to correct this, he studied English bare-knuckle boxing, mastering the art of jabs, crosses, and hooks. He then merged this with Savate's precise kicks and agile movement, creating boxe française, the first European hybrid martial art to blend hands and feet in a systematic way. Lacour's innovation not only revolutionized Savate, but inspired future mixed striking systems worldwide. He formalized rules, introduced gloves, and emphasized honor in combat. By the late 19th century, boxe française had entered gyms, schools, and even the French military, becoming a source of national pride. Fighters were no longer street brawlers. They were technicians of movement. Savate was reborn as both an art and a sport, representing the French ideal of elegance through efficiency. 3. The philosophy and techniques of Savate grace in combat. Savate is a paradox, both graceful and deadly. It embodies the French pursuit of beauty in all things, even violence. Where other arts rely on raw force, Savate prizes control, strategy, and precision. A Savate fighter, or Savateur, moves like a dancer and strikes like a sniper. The art's foundation lies in footwork, much like fencing, another French martial tradition. Every angle, every pivot, every step is designed to deceive, defend, and deliver with perfect timing. Savate practitioners use their feet as fists, employing kicks that are sharp, surgical, and fast. Unlike the roundhouse or the high-spinning kick of Asian arts, Savate kicks are often straight, angular, and deceptively simple, emphasizing accuracy over power. Some of the most iconic Savate techniques include fouette, whip kick, a snapping, high-speed strike delivered with the toe or instep of the shoe, often targeting the head or ribs. Chasse, piston kick, a thrusting kick that drives forward like a piston, pushing the opponent away or striking the torso with explosive force. Coup de pied bas, a low defensive kick aimed at the opponent's shin, knee, or ankle, used to break balance or deter aggression. Reverse, a spinning or hooking kick using the back or heel of the shoe, capable of surprising an opponent mid-movement. Bâtonnage, stick training. Many early Savateurs also practiced canne de combat, a French stick-fighting discipline that shared Savate's emphasis on timing, posture, and movement. What makes Savate exceptional is its technical detail. Every strike has rules, not just for safety but for style. Each movement must display economy of motion, refinement, and intent. Practitioners wear special shoes, not only for protection, but as an homage to the art's roots in the Parisian streets. Savate's ranking system uses colored gloves, blue, green, red, white, and silver, representing progression in skill, experience, and knowledge. At higher levels, the art becomes not just physical, but philosophical. A true Savateur seeks not victory, but mastery of self, embodying discipline, elegance, and composure under pressure. 4. Savate's influence on modern martial arts. The hidden pioneer Savate's influence reaches far beyond France's borders. It quietly laid the groundwork for the global striking systems that would emerge in the 20th century. Its fusion of boxing and kicking predated modern kickboxing by nearly a century. When American and Japanese martial artists began experimenting with mixed striking disciplines in the 1960s and 70s, they were unknowingly echoing the innovations of Charles Lacour from the 1830s. Savate's footwork, with its fencing-like rhythm, inspired generations of fighters. Bruce Lee studied Savate's techniques and foot movement while developing Jeet Kune Do, praising its efficiency, adaptability, and economy of motion. Its low-line attacks, angular defense, and intelligent timing became foundational to modern mixed martial arts (MMA) strategy. Even Muay Thai and Taekwondo stylists have borrowed Savate's fluid entries and counter-striking methods. In the military sphere, Savate became a pillar of French combat training. It was officially adopted by the French Foreign Legion, Gendarmerie, and police forces, where its quick, effective strikes proved ideal for close-quarters engagements. Techniques were also adapted into defendu and close combat systems taught during World War II, influencing Western hand-to-hand combat doctrines. Today, Savate is recognized by the International Savate Federation, FIS, and practiced in more than 60 countries worldwide. Whether in the ring or on the street, it remains one of the most technical, sophisticated, and underrated martial arts in existence. 5. The legacy of Savate from Parisian alleys to the global arena. Savate's legacy is not simply about fighting, it's about transformation. It represents the journey from chaos to discipline, from survival to art. What began in the shadows of France's roughest neighborhoods evolved into a martial system that stands shoulder to shoulder with the great combat traditions of the world. It reflects the French spirit of refinement, the idea that even violence can be shaped into something beautiful, elegant, and controlled. Savate stands as a bridge between East and West, between the practical brutality of European street combat and the philosophical discipline of Asian martial arts. It is a symbol of adaptability, proof that martial evolution can emerge anywhere, from ship decks to salons. Today, Savate continues to inspire fighters, historians, and martial artists who recognize its depth, creativity, and sophistication. Its practitioners carry forward a tradition that values strategy over strength, movement over aggression, and precision over chaos. From the alleys of 19th century Paris to the international arenas of the modern world, Savate's journey is a testament to how humanity's instinct for survival can evolve into a timeless martial art of grace and power. 6. Call for action. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to Martial Mastery Media and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Be sure to like this video and share it with your friends, family, and fellow martial artists to help us grow the community and keep warrior history alive. Explore our catalog of videos on martial arts masters, techniques, and legends for even more deep dives into combat traditions. And if you love exploring mysteries beyond martial arts, check out our sister channels, Galactic Secrets and Myths Through Time. Links are in the description below. Thank you for being part of the Martial Mastery Media community. Your support keeps the spirit of the warrior alive.